Hello everyone. So today we are going to start with a new topic, that is gender order, and then we will move forward to the gender segregation. These two topics are basically interrelated. We are actually moving towards moving in a series where we are doing key concept. Recently we have done with gendered, gender, and today we are going to deal with the gender order, and then gender segregation. Gender segregation. Basically, these all topic are similar or inclusive in nature, that we cannot deal any of the topics separately, right? So we have done with these two. So let us just start with today's topic. What is gender order? What is gender order, right? So basically we can understand gender order uh, as an alternative or to understand the social structure of today's contemporary society, alternative of patriarchy, we can say that. What I mean to say here is that we can understood gender order in today's society, in context of today's social structure of the society, that we always traditionally, or we always looks from the lens of patriarchy, what, right? Patriarchy. But gender order is something, is actually a new phenomenon where we have developed some different perspective other than patriarchy, where we define two things exactly same similarly, like in the earlier form we have defined masculinity. In earlier structure we actually defined masculinity and femininity, right? So here we will also try to understand this. So basically it deal with that how masculinity and femininity are formed, right? Actually this is the other, I mean, this present a picture or a holistic picture of this formation, right? And the change, formation and the change over time through different culture and different society, social behavior and institution, as we dealt in patriarchy as well. But there is something different, in a view, in a perspective, which we will deal in this lecture as we move further. So basically this is actually, this concept of gender order is basically introduced by Jill Matthew, right? In her study, where she tried to show that how femininity was historically constructed, right? Construction of femininity. She has worked on construction of femininity. Getting my point? So basically Matthew try to Matthew is using this concept here to argue that all of the society differentiate between men and women, uh, between men and women, right? Men and women. But the ways in which, what he is trying to say here is that the way in which this differentiation is actually created, distincted, or differently, significantly changes over different societies. That is the point here, says me. Getting my point? So this variations, what is the variations we are going to understand in this concept of gender order? So this variation is basically determine the nature and characteristics of this gender relations in a society. We will try to understand the relation. We will focus, we will emphasize here on the relation in further context. Getting my point? So So Matthews basically emphasized that gender order, what? Gender order is not hierarchical. Getting my point? Not hierarchical. 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 Getting my point? Hierarchical or oppressive. Patriarchy is unlike patriarchy, that is oppressive in nature, that is hierarchical in nature, but it is not inherently hierarchical or oppressive. That is one of the argument given by the Jill Matthew. And while many societies have, what's the other argument, that different societies have developed patriarchal structure, and other than patriarchal, you can see, you can just check it, cross checked it, that many other societies have has, I mean, in the past they has been growing up like a matriarchal also. Getting my point? Or there were concept of equality, I mean egalitarian society also, that our primitive society was so called egalitarian in nature. Getting my point? So in patriarchy, what we understand, men hold power. Getting my point? Men hold power than women, men hold power over women. Getting my point? But here in gender order, we will understand this is not the outcome of patriarchy. Getting my point? That we can say that power shapes identity or relation of gender, identity, or what we can say, relationship between relationship between gender. But Matthew argues that maybe perhaps that is not the case here, that this relationship creates, shape the nature of power in the society. That is one of the argument given by Jill Matthew in the gender order. So in other words, what we can say, societies can organize gender relation. Getting my point? And in more egalitarian or even matriarchal ways. Getting my point? Now here she has actually compare this concept that with economic system, earlier economic system. Getting my point? For example, she has draw analogy here, that she has draw a parallel that between the gender order and the concept of the economic order. Gender order and economic order. Getting my point? So the economic mode, we can say, that how we have differently produced the, how we have continued the production there in the in different economic order. Getting my point? And similarly, that how we have produced the relationship in different society. Getting my point? In different gender order. Getting my point? Where sometimes men would be hierarchized over than women. Getting my point? And vice versa in another societies. Getting my point? And maybe there is a syncing between both of the two gender. Getting my point? That is one of the major comparison with the economic system she has done here. Getting my point? For example, that she has argued that how capitalist economy basically prioritize what. You have seen that capitalist economy basically prioritize what? The ownership. What? The private ownership and profit. Similarly, you have seen in feudal economy, in our medieval time period, feudal economy, what you have seen, that ownership would be ownership was based on land. What? Ownership was based on land. There is a land land and people relationship has been established there, and has been obligations between lords and peasants. There is a concept of lords and peasant. Getting my point? So, and in communist economy, other than capitalist and feudal economy, what we have seen in communist economy, what we have seen here in communist economy, that they seeks what? Collective ownership. What? Collective ownership, community ownership, basically. Getting my point? And wealth distribution. That is three form of earlier form of economic order. So similarly, she is drawing analogy here, is that what she is actually making an argument here, is that in patriarchal society, similarly like economic order, in gender order, in patriarchal societies, what we have seen? Main domination. In egalitarian society, what we have seen? Equality between two gender, equal participation, equal in opportunity, equal rights, everything is equal. Getting my point? And in matriarchal, what we have seen? Matriarchal, we have seen women play a dominant role, basically dominant role here. in social and political sphere and different aspect of our life. Getting my point? That is three structure in gender order also. So basically she is comparing these all three, I mean comparing the economic order with gender order.